Welcome to part 7. What I'd like to talk about now is the ing tense. So this is where we're using the sounds of ando and yendo. Let's take this example sentence. He is living in that house. Now the verb to live is vivir, and if we want to express living, it goes to viviendo. So the sentence, he's living in that house, would be está viviendo in esa casa. This is something that we're very used to using already. Now, if we put a subjunctive trigger in front of that, for example, I don't think he's living in that house, and you said, no creo que está viviendo en esa casa, that would immediately be heard as a mistake. Because we have a subjunctive trigger, no creo que, we cannot keep using está in its normal form. Instead, it must go to esté viviendo. Now, what this means is that with the ing tense ando and yendo, if a subjunctive trigger comes before it, instead of using estoy, estás, está, estamos, están viviendo, for example, that must all change into the subjunctive. So we have esté viviendo or estés viviendo, estemos viviendo, estén viviendo. Let's practice some more. I'll walk you through it step by step. What's the verb to talk? Hablar. And how would you say talking? Hablando. How would you say she's talking? Está hablando. Now let's throw a subjunctive trigger in front of it and put it into a sentence. We have, I hope she's talking with him about the problem now. How would you translate that into Spanish? Espero que esté hablando con él sobre el problema ahora. Here you can see the change from está hablando into esté hablando because of the subjunctive trigger that we've stepped on. What's the verb to write? Escribir. How do you say writing? Escribiendo. Now say you're writing. Estás escribiendo. How would you say, I like that you're writing a letter to your mom? Me gusta que estés escribiendo una carta a tu mamá. What's the verb to learn? Aprender. How do you say learning? Aprendiendo. How would you say we're learning? Estamos aprendiendo. Now try this. It's important that we're learning Spanish. Es importante que estemos aprendiendo español. What's the verb to try? Tratar de. And how do you say trying? Tratando de. How do you say they're trying? Están tratando de. Now try this. It's possible that they're trying to call you now. Es posible que estén tratando de llamarte ahora. Just like all the other examples, when normally treated, we get están tratando de, whatever it may be, followed by the verb. But as soon as we stepped on a trigger, it's possible that es posible que. Now we had to change the formula into the subjunctive. So we got estén tratando de llamarte ahora. As you can see, our old friends are being influenced and affected by the subjunctive. We have the future changing from voy a into vaya, and our ing tenses changing from está into esté. And of course, you would follow those all the way down the line. Just like all the other verbs, as soon as we step on a trigger, you must change these into their subjunctive forms.